Well, hi everybody, it's President's Team Member Kristie Walsh, and it's my absolute pleasure to bring you this presentation about the Herbalife Marketing Plan. So whether you're getting started today to make a bit of extra money, you love what you do, maybe you've got a full-time job, you're looking after kids full-time, maybe you're a student, I'm not sure, but you need to make some extra income, you'll certainly learn how to do that on this presentation, or you'll learn how the money works. If you're somebody who's looking for financial independence, you're going to see today all the areas of the Herbalife income and the marketing plan that are available to you. So just a little bit about myself and my husband. We got started our Herbalife business several years ago now, when we were in a really, really desperate time in our lives. We'd both been working in the real estate industry. My husband was in sales and marketing. I was in administration, and we'd gotten ourselves into a mountain of debt. And I don't know if you know what it's like to wake up every morning worrying about money and then go to bed every night also worrying about money, but it's not a great way to live your life. And a friend of ours told us about the Herbalife opportunity. We're excited to try the products, of course. We both needed to get product results, and we did. But what we were really, really excited about was the potential to apply ourselves to something that we could build for our future, because we'd both been working for employers, we'd been working hard, we'd been working in the same industry for quite a little while, but we just weren't getting ahead. And we saw Herbalife as our ticket out. Yeah, it was a light at the end of the financial tunnel for us, but it was also something that we could build a life with and a life through. So we were able to get started very, very part-time. In our first month, we made about $1,800 profit. The second month, we were Herbalife supervisors, which you're going to hear a lot about in this presentation. We made about $2,800 profit. It also meant that we could go to a special leadership development program where we saw things we'd never seen before, we heard things we'd never heard before, and we felt things we'd never felt before. And that was that we had found what we wanted to do for the rest of our lives. So it's been absolutely incredible since then. This has been our one and only source of income for over 20 years now. We live an amazing life. We do a lot of traveling, thanks very much to our business. We live in a beautiful home here. We drive great cars. But, you know, one of the best things is the fun that we have. You know, every day, a lot of fun, tremendous lifestyle. We love helping our clients get great results with the products. But we also really love seeing people who were just like us, having their small successes in the early days, finding their feet in Herbalife, finding their Herbalife, and now developing their own lifestyles, you know, their own businesses, and again, thanks to the Herbalife marketing plan. So this is going to be a presentation that you will have the ability to watch again and again and again, because if you're like me, when you see it the first time, you probably won't understand most of it. So have a little bit of patience with yourself. We don't expect anybody to get it the first time they see it, although we know some of you probably will. But we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of stuff on here. And you know what? The great thing is this is all about options. You get to decide where you start, how you start, and also where you want to end up. And your Herbalife coach will be able to guide you as well. So one of the other things that should have happened by now is that you've had a discussion with your coach about what you want in terms of lifestyle from your Herbalife business. And what you're going to see on this presentation today is the sort of incomes long-term that you can aim for and you can plan your business around, and then a pathway on how to get there. So that's it from me. I'm going to change over to a slide presentation now. So let me see if I can get this going. Stop my video, share my screen. Okay, and here we go. Okay, so moving right along. So this is what we're going to cover in this presentation. You're going to learn what you can possibly earn at each level in the marketing plan, where you can start, because there are a couple of options that can give you, you know, a bit of a foot up, if you like, or a leg up. Also, what are the different types of incomes that we earn? Yeah, at the different levels in the marketing plan, how you can keep progressing and moving yourself through the marketing plan, and a big one here, what happens when you duplicate? And we're going to talk about that later on in the presentation. But roughly here, I know that the graph there, or the table there, is not, or probably impossible to read, but just a rough ballpark. Down the bottom there, it says member 25% discount. If you're a member or a senior consultant, we see typically members and senior consultants making up to about $500 a month in income. Success builder or qualified producers, again, typically up to about $1,000 a month. Supervisors, again, remember that we're going to be talking about that later on in the presentation, but supervisors, you know, anywhere up to a couple of $1,000s a month. Also active supervisors. What about our world team members? We have world team members making anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 a month. Imagine what you could do with that as an extra income. Then we reach the TAB team, and the TAB team stands for Top Achievers Business Team. So we have the Global Expansion Team, the Millionaire Team, and the President's Team. Global Expansion Team members, I'm talking in Australian figures here, probably New Zealand as well. Global Expansion Team members typically are earning between $5,000 and $12,000 a month. And now we're kind of getting, you know, to that career level income or full-time job replacement income, you know, if you want to call it that, although we still have many, many Global Expansion Team members who are part-time. What about on the Millionaire Team? Doesn't that sound great? It's called the Millionaire Team because a Millionaire Team business turns over in excess of 1 million volume points per year. Yeah, million volume a year. $12,000 to $30,000 a month. For most people, that's a very, very good full-time income. What about President's Team? President's Team at $30,000 a month or more. When I first saw and heard people making that sort of money, I wanted to believe it, but in my mind, I also kind of had a little bit of doubt until I understood the marketing plan. And you know why I think I had that doubt and why some people probably still have that doubt? When people work very hard in their full-time jobs to make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a year, we think to ourselves, how could I possibly work 10 times harder than I am now, or 5 times the hours that I am now to generate that sort of income? This is the genius of our marketing plan. This is the magic of our marketing plan, because as Herbalife members, we have the capacity to get paid for the value that we bring to the marketplace, not an hourly rate. And again, I think that some of you watching this presentation, particularly when you see how the royalties work, you're going to have a couple of aha moments and know exactly what I'm talking about. So, where can you start? So you have a Herbalife member pack, okay, right now, or maybe your member pack is on its way to you, but you are entitled as a member, and we're looking at the left-hand column on the graph here, as a member, you're entitled to a 25% discount off your own product and to make 25% retail profit. We're going to cover retail profit specifically on our next slide. Now, to maintain your membership with Herbalife, it is less than $15 a year here in Australia. That's $15 a year, and probably something similar, you know, in all of the other countries, depending on their currencies. It's kind of nothing, okay, but it means a lot. So that's all you have to do to maintain your membership with Herbalife, and you can order as little bit or as much as you choose to in any particular time frame. Yeah, there's no minimum orders or anything like that to maintain that 25% member level. But if you want to, as I said before, get a foothold in the marketing plan, give yourself a bit of a leg up, there are a couple of options for you. The next column is senior consultant, and senior consultants earn a permanent 35% retail profit, or get themselves a permanent 35% discount. Now, senior consultant, how much product is this? This is enough Herbalife products for approximately 5 to 7 people using the products, about 5 to 7. Now, if you became a senior consultant and ordered those products and retailed all of those products, you could put $435 in your pocket. That's why a lot of people make that choice to straight up start as a senior consultant, because they're loving the product. They've got other people in the household who want to try the product, or they've got friends and family who are keen to try the product. So it just makes sense to buy a little bit extra up front, okay, to supply those people, get yourself some extra profit in the process. What about Success Builder, the middle column there? Success Builder is where you've got a chance to place an order for 1,000 volume points. You place that at a 42% discount. This is enough products for about 10 to 14 clients, depending on what people are ordering. The retail profit in a Success Builder order is just over $1,000. So this is what many people choose to do, because they're getting great results with the product. They love the product. They've got people in the household who want to try the products. Maybe they've got some friends who've been, dying to lose weight as well. They want to try the product. They've got people at work who are sampling their shake and they want to try the product. It doesn't take too long to get a handful of people around you who all want to get healthy too. So there is an option, to place a Success Builder order. That is not a permanent discount. This locks you into 42% for 1 month. But again, it's a way to maximize your profit so that you can then keep moving through the marketing plan. We're going to talk about these other positions on the next couple of slides, but I just wanted to show you where you can start if you choose. Okay, now, anybody who does get started as a senior consultant, you've got a chance now to take part in the member activation program. So you'll remember back in the previous slide, senior consultant is 35% with 500 volume points. So 500 volume points completed 3 months in a row. I should say 500 volume points or more completed 3 months in a row, and you have qualified as an active member. What happens when you're part of the active member? You get a free blender. How cool is that? So a free Herbalife branded blender, recognition at our local events, and also we've got a whole entirely separate presentation on this program. But active members, the success rate, the ongoing success rate and progression of active members in the company is really quite phenomenal. I know on the slide there it says the qualification period has been extended to June 2017. This is actually extended until further notice. This is a really great way to develop some good early habits for yourself and to teach people good early habits, from day one getting started. Okay, let's talk about retail profit because I think this is the easiest to explain. And, if you're like me, you love the sound of royalties one day and bonuses one day and a free vacation one day. That's all great. But what income can you make today? Yeah. So let's start from the bottom up. We're looking at the bottom rectangle there, member or a VIP client. So whether you've gotten registered or whether anybody gets registered to earn income, or maybe just to save some products on their own purchases. A Herbalife member pack is around about $80-ish, depending on which country you're in. Straight away, you can make retail profit. Now, the products that we're going to be basing all of these figures on today are on the advanced program. So you can see that the photo on the right-hand side of the slide, that's an advanced program. Here in our country, that is the, the middle of the range program. It's not our most expensive and it's certainly not our cheapest, but it is the most popular selling program that we have. So rather than going with the big one, we want to give you figures here that are real in our marketplace. So as a member at 25%, all you've done so far is got your Herbalife member pack. Retailing an advanced program makes you $70 retail profit. How cool is that? So I don't know when the last time your boss said to you, you know what, you've been doing a great job. We're going to pay you an extra $70 a week. That doesn't happen these days, or rarely happens. So you've got an opportunity, and this is where we want you to start playing what if. What if, you had one retail sale per week? Just what if? That's like nearly $300 extra a month. Now, I don't know if that sounds like a lot to you. $300 extra a month can mean another car, for a family. $300 extra a month can mean saying yes to kids' after-school activities instead of having to say no. So, we talk a lot about the big money in Herbalife, but I never forget what it was for me. I made $70 in my first week. Yeah, and that was just amazing because I saw the potential for what this could be. But let's move on ahead. What if you become a senior consultant? Have that first month of 500 volume points. Lock in that first month of the member activation program, 35%. The same program now earns you $100 profit. Same client, same advanced program, $100 profit each time. Start playing what if with that. Half a dozen customers a month. Now we're talking $600 extra a month. To become a senior consultant, it's 500 volume points in one calendar month. That can either be done in one order or within a calendar month. So if you've already gotten started this month, and maybe, well, I hope so, I hope you've already ordered a program with your Herbalife member pack, because there's a one vanilla shake in the member pack. That's not a whole program, yeah? So you need to look at a program to go with your Herbalife member pack. So maybe you've already ordered, 140 or 180 volume points this month. Okay, let's say you've ordered 180 volume points this month. If you order 321 volume points in your next order, that next order gets calculated at 35%. So let me make that clear. You can either place one order and get 35% discount off the whole 500 points, or whatever orders you've placed so far this month at 25% discount, make that up, have your next order take you over the 500 point threshold, and boom, you're at 35% permanent discount. That's a little tip there that not too many people are actually aware of. Okay, what about qualified producer? Qualified producers make 42%, 42% retail profit. You also make 42% as a success builder, but just for 1 month. Qualified producer 42% is ongoing. Taking it back to the advanced program, $120 retail profit. Yeah. By the time you get to qualified producer, now you're going to already have 8-10 clients, a month. Multiply that by $120. How exciting! An extra $1,000, $1,500 a month. What would you do? How could you help somebody else live a better life? Teaching them to make $1,200 to $1,500 a month. Extra income. How do you become a qualified producer? Accumulate 2,500 volume points within 1 to 3 months. Yeah, 1 to 3. And we're going to show you a more visual example of how this can work later on in the presentation. But qualified producer is fantastic, because when you're a qualified producer, you're not too far off qualifying to supervisor. We're going to give you several options in this presentation on how to become a supervisor. Supervisors make 50%. And as you'll see later in the presentation, it activates all other areas of the Herbalife marketing plan. So now your 50% retail profit on an advanced program is $140 for every client every month. $140. 10 clients, a dozen clients, multiply the months. That's money for a pretty serious holiday at the end of 12 months. That's a whole lot of money towards perhaps saving for your first home as a Herbalife supervisor. And this is just retail profit. This is just one area of income. So that's why a lot of people work like crazy to finish their supervisor qualification, because they can make 50%, twice as much retail profit as a brand new member getting started at 25%. But it doesn't end there. Supervisors, how do you qualify? Accumulate 4,000 volume points within 1 to 12 months, and we'll show you what those options are. Okay, so retail profit, I think you probably will get a handle on that pretty quickly. Let's talk about wholesale profit. So again, these figures are based on an advanced program. So you are a member, or you started off as a member, but you become a senior consultant. You see the sense, yeah, in bumping up your profit margin to 35%, so you become a senior consultant. Now, as a senior consultant, you sponsor a new member into your team. I should say, you can actually start sponsoring the minute you are registered. You don't have to be a senior consultant to sponsor another member into your team. You can start straight away. But if you are a member at 25% and you sponsor a new member at 25%, there is no wholesale profit. When you are at exactly the same profit margin as your team members, you know, there is no wholesale profit. But this is where wholesale profit starts to work, or the marketing plan starts to work, I should say. If you are a senior consultant, you get yourself to 35%, you sponsor a team member and they are at 25%, you make 10% wholesale profit, which is $28 every time your member retails an advanced program. Yeah? Every time your member retails an advanced program, they put retail profit in their pocket, but it earns you $28 wholesale profit. How many members can you have in your team? How many lots of $28 can you earn? It's unlimited. It's absolutely unlimited. What about getting yourself to qualified producer? Okay, you get consistent. Over a 3-month period, you become a qualified producer. You earn 17% now when your new members retail an advanced program. You're at 42%. Your new member is at 25%. 42 minus 25 is 17. So the company will pay you $48 wholesale profit every time one of your members orders an advanced program to either consume or retail. $48. So you're making $120 retail profit from your own sales and $48 wholesale profit from the orders of your members. How exciting. You also earn wholesale profit from the orders of your senior consultants, because people are smart. They look at the marketing plan. Your team members are going to see this marketing plan. And a lot of them are going to decide, well, I don't want to be at 25%. I want to be at 35% too. So your members become senior consultants. They're at 35%. You still make 7%. You're at 42%. Your senior consultants is at 35%. It's a 7% wholesale margin, which is $20. So $48 wholesale profit from the orders of your members, and $20 wholesale profit from the orders of your senior consultants. It gets so exciting. But check this out. You're a supervisor. Yeah, you qualify as a supervisor. I know you don't even know how yet, but you're going to see that in a minute. You qualify as a Herbalife supervisor. All right. You have members all over the place. These members, by the way, can be in over 90 countries. It doesn't matter. Your Herbalife identification number and the identification number of your members, this tracks your business everywhere. So you can be earning wholesale profit out of France. You can be earning wholesale profit out of India, you know, the USA, wherever, you know, you've got members who are ordering. So if you are at 50%, your members are at 25%, 50 minus 25 is 25. You get paid $70 wholesale profit when a member orders in advance program. Your member makes $70 retail profit. You're going to get paid $70 wholesale profit because you are a supervisor. Check this out. Your members, remember, they're smart. They're going to see this presentation. They're going to want to become senior consultants. So your senior consultants are at 35%. You're at 50%. There's a 15% margin, $42. Your senior consultants, some of them are going to go from senior consultant to supervisor pretty quickly. Others will stop over at the qualified producer position. Check it out, 80%, which is 50% minus 42. So this is an area of income that I think people don't really think about. They disregard. They think about retail profit and royalties. Retail profit, sell the product, royalties. But there is so much money to be earned by having a wholesale business cooking, you know, as people develop through the Herbalife marketing plan. How cool is this? So wholesale profit. This is probably the one you're gonna have to watch again and again and again. I certainly did when I got started. What about royalties? Because those people that you were working with, just let me go back, your members who qualified as senior consultants and then qualified producers, pretty soon, these people are going to be supervisors too. In fact, some of your supervisors may even qualify faster than you. So you are at 50% and one of your members becomes a supervisor and they are at 50%. 50 minus 50 is 0. No more wholesale profit, but you earn royalties. So let's talk about how the royalties work. And we're going to use a couple of little examples here from our business actually. But you have to be a supervisor to earn royalties, and royalties are paid to supervisors who help develop other supervisors. Yeah. Once a member hits the supervisor position, here's what we know. They are serious about doing something. They're either absolutely deadly serious about their own health and their family's health. They're very serious about helping people in their community, or they're really serious about building a royalty income. Yeah, having a large life. Yeah. So let's show you how the royalties work. So royalties, just read here on the left with me, total monthly volume points from personal use, clients and non-supervisor members' orders. Okay, so let's explain this diagram. So we're going to put you watching this presentation in the receiving position. Yeah. So you have sponsored Rob and Kristie. Funny that? Yeah. You sponsored Rob and Kristie. We actually became supervisors with 3 friends straight away in our first month, in fact. Yeah, and there's a way to do that, and I'll show you on this presentation. We sponsored a guy who sponsored this girl called Crystal. Now, the guy turned out not to be so serious. That's fine. But Crystal turned out to be absolutely serious. She was a young mum with a brand new baby. She'd been working as a hairdresser and couldn't be standing on her feet all day, every day, and then, you know, having a brand new little baby to look after. She got onto the product. She lost weight. She decided she wanted to help people. And Crystal, over a period of about 4 months, became a Herbalife supervisor. Crystal found somebody else, Julie from memory, who found Craig and Donna. And Craig works in retail. Donna, I can't remember what, Donna works in admin. And Craig and Donna have got 2 little kids, and they've been looking for something else. They're both very, very hard workers, but they were just looking for something else to do. They got on products, they had phenomenal results, they got involved in some healthy, active lifestyle activities, and next thing you know, Craig and Donna are supervisors too. So again, we're a storytelling business, so I like to, if there's a real story to tell, I want you guys to hear it. So let's look at the volume points here. So you, in this scenario, you have achieved a monthly total of 3,500 volume points. How did you achieve 3,500 volume points? This is the total monthly volume from your personal use, so the clients, the products you eat, the products you order for your clients, and the products that your non-supervisor members are ordering. So what does that mean? That means your new members, your senior consultants, and your qualified producers, plus what you order for your clients and you order for yourself. So that totaled for you last month, let's say, 3,500 volume points. You sponsored Rob and I. Our total volume was 4,500 volume points. Now, you had nothing to do with our volume. We ordered that ourselves for our consumption, for our clients. Our members ordered their own, our senior consultants ordered their own, and our qualified producers ordered their own product. It added up to 4,500. I think you're getting the drift here. Crystal, 6,000, Craig and Donna, 4,000. So, again, we didn't sell, Rob and I didn't sell 4,500 volume points, but the collective, the accumulation of the collective in 1 month added up to 4,500 volumes. So let's show you how the royalties work, because if you're at 50% and so is Kristie, there's no wholesale profit, but there's royalties. So Herbalife's going to pay you 5% royalty on the turnover of Rob and Kristie's business, 5% royalty on the turnover of Crystal's business, and 5% royalty on the turnover of Craig and Donna's business. How cool is that? So 3 levels deep of supervisors, Herbalife will pay you 5% royalty. What about Rob and Kristie? Herbalife are going to pay us 5% royalty from the turnover of Crystal's business, 5% royalty on the turnover of Craig and Donna's business, and Craig and Donna have actually got a supervisor called Mel. So if this page went longer and lower, we would show Craig and Donna, we would have Mel in a rectangle under Craig and Donna, and we would show that 5% royalty of Mel's turnover was also paid to Rob and Kristie. So wherever you can count 3. Now, Crystal also gets looked after. Herbalife pays Crystal 5% royalty on Craig and Donna's turnover, Mel's turnover, and whoever else Mel has got in her business. So what a deal. This is amazing. Now, let me show you what this means in money, Because, read down the left carefully, the 5% royalties are paid on the retail earn base of that total monthly volume points from each supervisor and what they're personally using, what they're ordering for their clients, and their non-supervisor members are ordering. So for you, I've just put there 2,500 VP minimum. On the previous screen, we showed 3,500, but I just wanted to make the point that as long as you have a minimum of 2,500 volume points, and you're going to hear that referenced a lot, 2,500 volume points, that you will be paid that royalty. So Rob and Kristie's 4,500 volume points, the retail earn base of that amount of product is about $9,000 in Australia. Crystal's 6,000 volume is about $12,000 in Australia, and Craig and Donna's 4,000 volume points is about $8,000 in Australia. So what does that mean in terms of royalties? You would get paid in this instance, we're just going to use the you here rather than everybody else and confusing, but you would earn $450 royalties from Rob and Kristie's business, $600 from Crystal's business, $400 from Craig and Donna's business. So in this example, your royalties for finding Rob and Kristie, you didn't find Crystal, you didn't find Craig and Donna, but for finding Rob and Kristie, your royalties are $1,450. Here's the great thing. Rob and Kristie are going to find more Crystals, and Crystal is going to find more Craig and Donnas. So this multiplies. But just what you see on the screen, $1,450. What if you found 2 Rob and Kristies? Can you double that number? Yeah? How about 10? Yeah, try putting a 0 on the end of that figure. This is when I got it. Or this is when I started to get it. Remember when I said, you know, I saw the $10,000 a month and $20,000 a month. I heard these stories and I so badly wanted to believe it, but I just didn't. I had never seen anything like that before. I knew that if you worked a certain amount of hours, you got paid a certain amount of money. I didn't understand value to the marketplace. I didn't understand leveraging your time, your skill, and your efforts. I didn't get that at all until I saw this. It's phenomenal, yeah? Now, here's what else is awesome. Remember I talked before about the TAB team, the Top Achievers Business Team, the Global Expansion Team, the Millionaire Team, the President's Team. They also earn an extra 2%, 4% and 6% production bonus infinitely. So instead of just on the 3 levels of royalties like we're showing here, President's Team members, for example, earn 5% of 3 levels of supervisors plus up to 6% infinitely, wherever around the world their business grows. You know, try playing what if with that. It's amazing. So how do you get there? Yeah, now you know what the benefits are. How do you get to be a supervisor? How do you put yourself in the earning position of supervisor? I'm getting more excited as I get along here. I love it. Okay, so you can qualify in 1 month, and we're going to show you visually how this works. You can qualify in 1 month by achieving 4,000 volume points. You can qualify in 2 months by achieving 4,000 volume points over 2 consecutive months, or you can qualify in 3 to 12 months by achieving 4,000 volume points, as long as it's less than 12 months, yeah, and half of that can actually be volume that has been purchased by your team members. So retailing is important. Developing new team members is important, and even though you may not see or feel or receive the short-term benefits, there is always a medium to long-term benefit in building a team and sponsoring. So let me show you how you can qualify using the 1 month method visually. So example 1, we have person A, pretty simple. In 1 calendar month, they personally purchased 4,000 volume points. Maybe they started with a 500 volume point senior consultant order. They turned that over quickly. They ordered more. They turned it over. They ordered more. They turned it over. And at the end of the month, they had 4,000 personally purchased volume. We don't see a whole lot of people do that, but it certainly can happen, and it certainly does happen. Maybe you start with a successful order, 1,000 volume points, yeah, and turn that over. And order, reorder, turn it over, reorder. I'm not sure. You know, this can be done in several different ways, but 4,000 volume points has been ordered from A. Yeah? Okay, what about example 2? Person A orders 3,000 volume points of their own. They sponsor a team member, B, who orders 1,000 volume points of their own, giving A a total of 4,000 points. Now, both of these scenarios can happen in 1 calendar month or over 2 calendar months. So maybe person A does 1,000 in 1 month, 3,000 the next month. Maybe the team here of person A and B, there's 4,000 there. Maybe some of that is ordered in 1 month, the rest in the second month. It doesn't really matter as long as the total, or as soon as the total reaches 4,000 between the 1 month or the 2, person A is a supervisor. Yeah, person B is not in this scenario, but we're going to show you another scenario where they are. So that's pretty simple. What about qualifying for supervisor with a team using the 1 or 2 month method? So I'm going to tell you a little story here because I think it'll help you to understand it a little bit more simply. Instead of A, I want you to I'm going to put my name there, Kristie. I sponsored my very first team member was my friend Charisse, and her first team member was her friend Debbie. So Kristie found Charisse, who found Debbie, the 3 of us. Now, normally you would think, based on that previous slide, that we would each have to do 4,000 points to become a supervisor. But there is a little loophole here for members who want to partner up and qualify together. Yeah? So if 4,000 volume points qualifies one member, yeah? Each additional member in the team who wants to qualify in the same month or over the same 2 months only has to have, or there only has to be, an additional 1,000 volume points per additional member. So in this scenario, if 4,000 qualifies one person, 5,000 qualifies 2 people, 6,000 qualifies 3 people, there would need to be 6,000 volume points for all 3 people to qualify as supervisors. Now, when I qualified, for myself, Charisse and Debbie, we all became success builders. So we all did 1,000 volume points first to get started. Yeah, I did 1,000, Charisse did 1,000, Debbie did 1,000. We all turned that product over quickly. My products were all turned over in about 9 days. So I had the money back in my hand that I used to place the order. Actually, my dad lent me on his credit card. And I had about $800 profit. So I ordered another 1,000. So did Charisse and so did Debbie. So we actually did, in our scenario, 2,000 points, 2,000 points, and 2,000 points. As long as we had the 6,000 between us, we were all able to qualify as a supervisor. But what we've done on the screen here is just showing you something a little bit different that was less mathematically perfect so you could see how it could come. So let's say person A might have signed up a few weeks before everybody else. They had 2,200 volume, B 1,700, C 2,100. As long as there's 6,000 and as long as each person has a minimum of 1,000 points of their own, everybody's a supervisor. Yeah. Now there could also be person D. We would just add another 1,000. There would need to be 7,000. What if there were only 2 people? It would be 5,000, 4,000 plus the 1. So you can have as many people. We call this a line of supervisors. You'll hear that terminology, a line. As long as each person has a minimum of 1,000, this line can be as long as you like. Yeah? Here's what's great about this, people qualifying in this method, whether they do it in 1 calendar month or they do it over 2 calendar months, it doesn't matter. Yeah? What's great is this, remember the royalty diagram. You earn royalties on 3 levels of supervisors. So when you put together something like this for yourself, or you help somebody put together something like this, in this scenario, A has already got 2 levels of supervisors to start building royalties. Yeah, really exciting. So again, 1 month or 2 months, this volume can be split. It doesn't matter how much is in each month, as long as each person has a minimum of 1,000 in total. So I hope you all understand that. I hope you understand that. Okay, the third method, qualifying to supervisor in 3 to 12 months. So member A, month 1, becomes a senior consultant. Yeah, starts their member activation program process, member A, yeah. Member B either has 0 volume or maybe they haven't even signed up yet. But this is month 1, 500 points on the board. Month 2, member A, because they looked after their first 5 to 7 clients with Rockstar follow-up, they've got reorders the second month, plus they've found some new clients. Member B doesn't quite see the big picture yet. They order 300 volume points. Okay, month 3, member A has 1,000 personally purchased volume now. Again, great follow-up, clients reordering, new clients. And member B decides to get themselves to senior consultant. Let's add all that volume up. So member A has 1,800, 2,300, plus 300 and 500 from member B. At the end of month 3, member A has actually become a qualified producer. They've actually got themselves to 42%. Yeah, because there's 2,500 volume points within a 3-month period. What about month 4? Member A, you know, their business is cranking along, more clients reordering, yeah, more brand new clients, 1,200 personally purchased volume. B continues on with 600 personally purchased volume. All of that volume adds up to, let's check it out. Member A has 3,500 volume over the 4 months. B has 1,400 volume over the 4 months, I should say, not 5 months. So member A is well and truly a supervisor, because as soon as they reach 4,000 on the Herbalife system through their own orders and the orders of their team members, they are a supervisor. So we said there before that sponsoring team members, even though you may not see the benefits short term, the orders that your team members place can help you move through the marketing plan. So after month 4 here, we have member A as a supervisor at 50%, and we have member B as a senior consultant at 35%, but moving through the marketing plan. So that the 1,400 downline volume, it's not 1,500, it's 1,400 downline volume is used to help member A get to supervisor, but that volume also helps member B to get to supervisor. So this is just something, if this is your plan to qualify as a supervisor, you need to talk to your coach about it. You need to keep your eye on the volume. You need to know how to find your downline volume, because sometimes we see members really close to supervisor at the end of the month, but because they don't know their numbers, they miss out. So make sure, if this is your plan, okay, that you keep your eye on what's going on. Okay, speaking of plans, your Herbalife business plan. You know, this is one of our favorite diagrams that Herbalife have put together to show royalties. So what have we talked about today? We've talked about retail profit. We've talked about wholesale profit. We've talked about royalties. We've talked about and shown how to become a Herbalife supervisor to put yourself in the position to receive royalties. This is fabulous, because this shows you a plan to build your business around. So again, if you have not yet had a conversation with your coach about what you want your lifestyle to be as a result of your Herbalife business, you need to do that pretty quickly, because they'll be able to help you determine which one of these business plans is going to be best for you to work towards. Example 1, you know, gives you an annual income of about 60 to 70,000 a year. Business plan example 2 gives you an income of about $200,000 a year. Example 3, and we're talking about the $1 million a year mark. Yeah, here. But here's what it comes down to. Deciding what you want, getting started, yeah, moving through the marketing plan, completing your supervisor qualification, helping other people complete their supervisor qualification if it's in line with their goals and objectives. If they want to make just a little bit of part-time money, they do not need to be a supervisor. Yeah. And getting into a position where you have learned to build what we call a Herbalife house by upgrading members. Yeah. So we're going to show you something on the next diagram here. Sorry, I should say building a Herbalife house by doing what you need to do every day to build your business and helping other people to do theirs. So what is a 2,500 volume point Herbalife house? Because this is what makes the diagram on the previous page work. Yeah. So the 2,500 Herbalife house. The top of the house is consumption, because without you consuming the product, looking great, feeling great, having the energy, the clarity, yeah, having a healthy, active lifestyle, this is all theory. Yeah, we're not going to teach you fancy sales skills in Herbalife. We're going to teach you how to share, not sell, and how do you share if you don't have a personal result. So 250 volume points being consumed by yourself and your family, that is no big deal. Yeah. New retail clients, we've put here 5 to 7 a month, and you'll learn more about this in our supervisor training, so I am going to go through this pretty quickly. But new retail clients, 5 to 7 a month. New members, 3 to 4 a month, probably a couple from your client base, a couple by having your radar up and looking for good people. You're going to have existing retail clients reordering because you're giving amazing follow-up. You're going to have them members who have gotten started to earn income, or retail clients who have gone on to become members so that they can be ordering the products themselves. This is basically the green part here, your Herbalife house. You're consuming, you know, this makes up your personal volume. Remember we talked before about what is personal volume? It's what you consume, it's what you order for your clients, and it's what your members who aren't supervisors are ordering. That all fits into the green Herbalife house. And the retail and wholesale profit from this is approximately, $1,800 a month. Now, how do you build on that? How do you expand? How do you extend your Herbalife house? It's by upgrading, organizational building, helping people qualify to senior consultant, helping people, showing people who want to, how they can become a success builder, or helping people to qualify as a qualified producer, helping people finish and complete their supervisor qualification. This is how people, you know, start at maybe, you know, $2,500 a month, and next thing it's $4,000 a month, $6,000 a month, you know, $12,000 a month, and beyond. This is the sort of production, the Herbalife house and the organizational building. This is the sort of production that will lead to free vacations, VIP seating at the events, qualifiers parties, you know, at our leadership schools. Yeah. So the short-term benefits, you know, are certainly there by being able to grab a hold of all of Herbalife promotions. But here's the big part of it. Here's the bigger part of it. Building an organization, building a team, helping everybody grow and upgrade according to their goals and what they want from their business. This is how you end up with something like this. Yeah, but it starts with you. Yeah, it starts with you learning good habits here, building your own Herbalife house, and then upgrading and expanding. It's so exciting. Okay, and then duplication. So what this is here, this is kind of like a little visual of the page with the columns. The green column, you know, the $200,000 a year column. It's you building a Herbalife house. Yeah, your personal consumption, your clients, your members who aren't supervisors yet, your 2,500 house, and duplicating. You finding 3 people who want to build the same sort of business as you, helping them find 3 people each who want to build the same sort of business as they do, helping those 9 find 3 people each who all want to build a royalty income. And this means you are on the millionaire team earning about $200,000 a month, and you've got people on their way to earning the same sort of income because they're building the same sort of organization. Now, I know this is mathematically perfect, and none of us have a mathematically perfect business, that's for sure, but it's just to try, again, to get you to play what if, yeah? To get you thinking about the possibilities for you. Okay, my last slide. In conclusion, what's next? Please talk to your coach about where you should start based on your goals. They'll also show you where you need to be long-term based on your goals. Get your own results with the products as quickly as you can. You are Herbalife. You are the brand in the marketplace, and you've got to be looking feeling, acting better than anybody else you know. Set up a grand opening or a shake party as soon as you possibly can, so everybody you know knows what you're doing. Because Herbalife is growing so fast right now, we're on a roll right now, that if you don't talk to the people that you know, or let the people you know what you're doing, unfortunately somebody else might. So you need to talk to people. You need to be the first one, yeah, to talk to people. Couple of things to keep in mind. We earn money from helping people. And the more people you help, the more money you can make. That is it, over and out. If you get started and at any point your business flattens out, or maybe your business doesn't go the way that you want it to, it's because at the end of the day, not enough people are getting results. Not enough people are having a great experience. So it's up to us out there in the marketplace to make that happen. Lastly, I said it from the outset, this is all about options. Where you start, what you do, how fast you go, how slow you go, it is absolutely up to you. Your coach is there to guide you, but I will say this. If you have a conversation with your coach about your goals, and if you've got some big things that you want to do with your life, yeah, you've got some big things that involve helping other people that you want to do with your life, and if your goals and your lifestyle means a serious income is required, yeah, your coach is going to work with you on that basis. So, you know, if you tell them that you're serious and you show them your goals, but then your activity and your actions are not so serious, you can't blame your coach, you know, for mentoring you, because that's what their job is. That's what our jobs are, is to help you to do what it is that you said you wanted to do, applying the Herbalife marketing plan and the Herbalife opportunity to that. So I hope that you have at least some clarity or some idea now on really what makes the Herbalife marketing plan work. I personally find, I was never great at math at school, but I personally find this really fascinating, and I think it's just so incredible what Mark Hughes put together. You know, that a young guy who dropped out of school at 15 had the foresight and had the intelligence to keep this simple in one hand, but allow those who really, really want to do something to create whatever they want to create, you know, within the Herbalife opportunity. So I really hope that I get to meet you and see you at a training somewhere around Australia, or in fact around the world. And can't wait to welcome you all to your next level in the marketing plan. And for some of you, see you on the prestigious President's team up there on the round table. So thanks very much. Get back to your coach, and feel free to watch this presentation as many times as you want to until you get the hang of it and you can teach it and share it as well. See you later.